Are we back? I believe we should be back. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a few more seconds. So dumb. I wish that I knew what this problem was. Okay. Like it's. I'm tempted to assume that it's just a problem with like Twitch or something, but because of the fact that I don't trust my ISP anymore, I'm not sure. You know, I'm like not confident that the problem isn't some weird shit going on my end. Because it's not interrupting my internet. Right? My internet isn't interrupted. It's just my stream. And I don't know why that is the case. Alright, so we've pulled several enemies here. We've pulled them away from the rest of the pack. We're going to try to fight the little ones first. This trio we should probably be fine to just take. Hello. Oh, I stand corrected. There's the boss. Okay, so this is a summoner as well, so we definitely can't just brute force this. So let's bring this over to the place over here. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to make this work. And it's not going to be meaningfully slower than just doing this normally, honestly. I mean, if I was actively and, like, methodically trying to get the guards killed, I might be able to go a little bit faster. Like, if I was making a deliberate, like, okay, I'm going to literally just sacrifice the guards by using them as human shields, and then not care, and then like not resetting their HP or whatever. Like, there is a world where I could do this faster, but this strategy I think is roughly the same speed as like a more normal and measured approach.
Sure.
Isn't it nice when we can get all the things at the same time? Get all of our goals achieved.
We don't need this.
So that's dark magic, which we don't need.
It's worthless.
Okay.
There's no room.
The fireworks? Oh! Isn't it early for that? Is it? It's not midnight on the East Coast, is it? So people are just beginning the fireworks on the 3rd, like in advance. That checks out. I mean, if you've got the fireworks, let's use the gazebo. Can we use the gazebo without killing that guard? I don't know, but we're going to use the gazebo. I don't know if this is going to work. This might just kill me. Let's go, gazebo. It's not the guards are not in combat. They're too far away to be in combat. So we got close enough that these goblins were activated, but not close enough to activate the guard that they're approaching. So as they like approach the guard, they deactivate.
Oh.
Jesus fucking Christ! we had a dry patch for a while. But well, no. I was saying I don't have the one that reduces damage taken for enemies nearby. I actually have 3 copies of this already, I think. This, I think, is our 4th copy. But also, this, I think, is, like, the best in slot legendary. So, like, this is, like... The one that reduces damage taken for enemies nearby is going to be really important for me if I ever get it. Like, that's a really big upgrade. That'll be very helpful for me. But this one is actually more generically useful because of the fact that if the enemies are near me but can't hit me because they're around a corner, they'll add to this. And so, like, the situations where I have a lot of enemies nearby and I'm dealing damage is a much broader category than the scenarios where I have a bunch of enemies nearby and I'm taking damage, right? Even taking damage from one enemy is more rare when I have a bunch of enemies near me. So the question is, who gets it? So let's figure out who has what copy of this. So you have this on a cloak that's not very good. You have this on a cloak that's very good. You have it on something. What do you have it on? Not that. You have it on gauntlets that are very good. So 1, 2, 3. Those people are all covered for that. So what are the stats on this item? This is 640 HP, 135 speed. The amount of durability on this lends me to want to give it to Kortal. But I want Kortal to keep Morgan on permanently. Kortal isn't on equipping Morgan, which means that a necklace like this that is legitimately the stats that I would want for Kortal, I'm not giving it to Kortal. I'm simply not. So, with that being the case, what are you wearing? You're wearing something that is really good. It's a little bit better than what you're wearing. What are you wearing? You're wearing some hot garbage. You're wearing some real hot garbage. So the question is, would I prefer to transfer the cloaks of a couple of people and move around some stuff in order to get this stuff done? Or would I just like to put this onto Silria? And I think, if we're being perfectly honest, I want the durability on Silria more than anybody else that it can wear this. So the increased melee damage isn't that relevant to me right now because this character's damage is very, very mediocre. Though I say that, but do bear in mind that all of the people who have good damage value have this already. So this value is being factored into their damage all the time. So this could potentially lead to some very, very crazy upsets. I can't believe we have a level 200 pendant with 640 hit points and plus 26 of Doom. Like, that's so good. So let's just equip this. That gives us 43,000 vitality. I'm fairly sure that this is an upgrade for you. It's like slightly lower DPS, but it's a pretty big vitality boost. I'm just going to give you this. The DPS difference isn't big enough for me to care. You could get a vitality drop for some damage, which is not something that you're really in the market for right now. This gives... The vitality difference on this is mostly just the difference in body resistance. This has got a lot of body resistance. I don't give a shit about body resistance. I'm not taking any body damage. So I think we're going to do this. This actually has +9 to all stats over this, now that I think about it. So it's fine. We're gonna hold on to this. And that's such a huge upgrade. And speed is also a very, very good stat for Silria because speed is so intimately connected to their damage output. So, we're getting such bad luck with legendaries. Ooh, what am I gonna do? My legendaries are so bad. You all pity me, right? That was such a clutch pickup. That is so huge. Especially because it's such an easily transferred slot. Like, it's so easy to just swap that. It's not only is it a slot that's easily transferred, this is a stat block that I can put on literally anybody, and it's really good. Right? Like, it's best on these two, but Kortal isn't using it because we've got Morgan. And so I'm just putting it on Silria for now. But if I had some reason why I really needed to, I'm not going to say no to 640 HP on Severia. I'm not going to say no to it on Ashgore. I'm not going to say no to it on Gorgrik, right? Like, that's a huge amount of HP. And this is just a really solid item without me needing to invest anything into making it solid. It's just so good. Let's see here. We've got the Swordsman. And... oh, God. You know what? We're getting rewarded for doing the right thing. That's what's happening. Do we want to dive here and fight this pack while we've already got that other one in melee range over there? I think maybe not. Maybe not. So I am going to dive this pack here and try to burn down with the Goblin Lords and leave. Oh, wait, maybe I might not need to. These are... I'm going to kill one Hobgoblin. And check. I'm still happy with that. Oh, you are all beating on this guy. Okay, we need to get out of here. So we're going to go ahead and pull out and hope that we get out in time for nobody to die. We have a swordsman there who's still fairly healthy. Everybody is still fairly healthy. The person who took the most damage is actually over here because we weren't clearing out the enemies around them. And so they just had a shit ton of enemies on them already. So let's go over here again. We're going to start working on this section. Let's try to get this swapper to swap with us and just pull it away. If I can get the swapper away from the rest of the enemies and just kill it on its own, then that'll be amazing for us, and I want that for us. Can I actually just fight you? I might be able to just fight you.
Good battle. Good battle.
Did you turn to me? No. We're not... I don't think we're going to win this. Let's burn through a couple of these. Okay, swordsman needs healing. Let's get the fuck out of here. This might be too late. We delayed quite a bit there, but we're okay. The swordsman's fine. The swordsman is mostly fine. So this is going to be a dangerous enemy, but I think we're going to deal with the swapper next. I think that's going to work great. And this is exciting. This is really exciting. I'm excited by like how cool the shit that's gonna be dropping is gonna be, because we just got like one of the highest level items we've ever received. Right, this is a level 199 item. We just got this on a fucking goblin. You know, like just think about the shit we could get off of a fucking dragon. It's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. I'm gonna try just diving in here. I am gonna try to get this swapper killed.
No problem.
And oh, it just swapped itself. Nice. I don't know where it swapped itself to, but it swapped itself somewhere. We're gonna pull out because we don't have the swapper. Never mind. We do still have the swapper. Shit. So we took a bunch of damage on the swordsman here for no reason, because the swapper teleported itself out of combat. Let's see. I think I'm gonna just have to reset that side because we took too much damage there. But we can go over to this side and we can finish this pack. I shouldn't have gone after this pack first, actually. I'm going to actually fly over to here and try to work on some of these. I can maybe kill a couple of them before we need to pull out for the guards. Let's see. This might have been too much time spent. We might be... Okay, that swordsman's alive. Yeah, I think we're okay here. Was there only one swordsman over here? I don't see a body, so presumably there was only one. I don't know why I thought there were two over in that pack. Alright, we didn't make a ton of progress there because we did fully misjudge which side to go in on. We've already cleared the pack that we went into sufficiently that it's much better to go after the pack that is still more active. Should have done that. We didn't. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody died. Nothing expensive broken. Well, at least not more broken than we can fix. Probably something expensive did get broken. But maybe not, actually, because there weren't that many hitting me. So I think for the swapper... I'm now realizing that it's silly to try to focus down the swapper because it'll just teleport somewhere, potentially. So we are going to focus down the other enemies that are with the swapper instead. So we're going to kill this goblin here. Ooh, and the swapper is actually on a different target than the goblin lords. That's really good for me. Did I just attack the swordsman? If I attack a swordsman and aggro it, but then don't kill it, I think it de-aggroes the next time I come into the zone, right? Okay, we're going to try to kill one more of these. And do I want to try one more? No. We're gonna pull out. I'm not sure how the rest of the fights are going. I think that was the fight that was having the most difficulty at first, but it might not be now. That swordsman is so low! Oh god, when the rest of the enemies got in there. Holy shit. There's no body, right? Holy shit. Okay, we're moving off of the danger save and onto a different save because there's such a high chance that I fucked up there and got somebody killed. Holy shit. That soldier is so low. My guess is that that soldier is the only one there, because if there were two there, I don't think that the soldier would be... that one would be that low. That seems like a lot of damage for two targets to have been sharing. So we are going to save this under danger, because I'm fairly sure that there's nothing that was killed before. And yeah, so we've got a soldier here, 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 and here. This is the 4 soldiers that we already had.
No problem.
The swapper is by itself. We have a bunch of enemies over there. The other thing, though, is that there is also this enemy group over here that I wasn't paying enough attention to. It's possible that this group manage to kill somebody, but it did not happen. We're all fine. These bodies are all goblin bodies. So we're in position where we can largely ignore this swordsman. This swordsman doesn't need help. So right now, the primary thing we need on this side is to clear this pack, and then to clear the reinforcements that are going to come in from there. Those are the two things that are most critical, because that's where the primary damage output's going to come from, is into the soldier that's right here. And I could have done this a bit differently than I did, and I didn't. There's actually two swordsmen up here now, interestingly enough. So I can dive over here. I don't know how well they're going to split the damage. It's possible that the damage output is going to go in a way that I don't want it to. Okay, we killed two. I want to kill this Goblin Lord. The problem is I've been here quite a while. And these are all fine. Okay, that one's toast. Let's take a look. How are we doing? You are fine. You are mostly fine. I'm going to pull out. I'm very far forward, and I'm concerned that I'm going to get somebody that isn't in my immediate vicinity killed. So we're going to get out of here. This swordsman's fine. This one's fine. This one's fine. This one's fine. So and the damage output, you can see, was very nice and evenly spread there, which is what we like to see. We want the damage to be as even as possible between them, because it gives us more time, right? Our time limit on target is the HP bar of the lowest target, right? The target who's going to die the fastest. So if everybody's pretty even there, then that's a really good thing for our, overall time limit. I am going to check the northern ones over here, the northwest, because I don't think I'm going to be close enough to aggro them, but I feel like I might be when I go over to this other place. I think we're fine. That's a concern. Where is this guy? Isn't there another one over here somewhere? I thought there was another one on this side of these. Is there not? No, there isn't, I guess. Because there's no body here, so it's just these three. So these three are actually in a really great position. I don't need to worry about them at all. Those were not aggroed at all during the fight, which means that I don't have to worry about them. I can basically just ignore them. So the current top threat here is this. And we're going to dive over here and try to burn some of these down. This was a bad idea. I'm moving too close. It looks like somebody else just walked in front of this guy. So we're going to now dive this goblin. The swordsman is already getting low. And the damage output is going to accelerate as I do this. We're pulling out. I don't know if we're pulling out fast enough. There's actually a huge amount of enemies on that person because of their positioning. Look how low this swordsman got. This swordsman got so fucking low. Holy shit. We don't have any other swordsmen here, right? I should actually write down how many swordsmen are in each section, just so that I can keep track of them more effectively. Okay, it's 11 o'clock, so we need to cure weakness, and then we need to recast haste. Yeah, this is going well. This is actually going extremely, extremely well. We're doing great. That swordsman is low, and I'm basically positive that they're not a problem. We have we have the Swamper pack to deal with. I'm going to go back to that northern pack. The northern pack, I think, is the one that represents the most threat right now of having a problem. And I'm pretty sure that the northeastern pack has 3 swordsmen in it.
It won't hurt us.
So what ended up happening was this one pulled these, and then this one ran straight this way and intercepted the other pack. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Also, I think this guy killed a goblin, because I think there were 2 in this pack before, not just the goblin lord. I think there was a goblin lord and a normal goblin. I think he killed the goblin at some point. That might have been me. I don't really remember, but let's see here. So that pack, how would we approach dealing with this? There's quite a lot in this initial pack still. So would I want to try to dive this pack? The issue with diving this pack is that there's the fairly high risk of me getting blown up from the other pack in the back. And like that's a sizable concern. I'm concerned about doing this because I'm hovering like right over the swordsman. Swordsman is low enough that we need to get out of here. Cast fly. Please. He's alive! He's alive! All 3 of them are alive! Perfect! Okay. So we whittled through a few more of those. And now we're able to like plop back over to the southwest side. We'll start working on the swapper again. And we might finish off the northwest one. I think we're far enough away with the northwest one that we won't have to worry about the northeast getting taken out when we do that. I am a little bit concerned about it, though. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I think I'm going to dive the swapper. So do swappers have a defensive swap? Is that what I'm seeing there? Is that when they get hit, they have a chance to swap? Because it wasn't attacking me, and they don't usually swap when they're attacking the other... I think it is a defensive swap. I think when I hit them, they have a chance to swap with another enemy. That's cool. Alright, let's get out of here. Do we want to get out of here? Debatable. I mean, these are all fine. I could just fight. Okay, let's keep beating on the swapper.
Nope.
The Goblin Lieutenant! Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay.
It won't hurt. We can take it.
Okay, that's down. And Hobgoblin.
Easy prey.
Okay, and
We
Goblin.
can take it.
I want to make sure that I'm only... There we go. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Okay, we're gonna fly away. These 4 are basically in the clear now. So the swapper is going to be a pain in the ass. I don't know how I'm going to kill the swapper, honestly. I don't know how far they can swap. Like, can they swap to any other enemy on the map? I kind of feel like they can, based off of what I've seen in dungeons. But dungeons are also tiny. So if there's a limited range on it, then there's no, like, reason necessarily that I should believe that in a dungeon they can't teleport basically anywhere in the dungeon, but outside they can teleport, you know, a fairly limited... They have, like, a much more limited set of targets. The swapper also might be killable just by the guards, honestly. But I doubt it. The swapper's probably strong enough to fight off the guards. So we're now looking at a much more stable setup. We have 1 enemy there. We have... We have a few enemies here. That guy's approaching the 1, which means that this person is going to be left more by themselves. So that's not optimal. But I think we can basically just dive this initial pack. And if we dive this initial pack, I think we can kill a few of them before we have to disengage. And I could be wrong, because we are dying way... Whoop, shit! Oh god, that was like a full... Oh man. It's real bad to actually accidentally hit spacebar. Or not, hit the enter button. Whoo, boy. Oh man, we only killed one enemy. Rough. So rough. Okay. Let's see here. And yeah, between the two of them, they probably did just kill the random normal goblin. Maybe not, because like the damage output is so small compared to, you know, HP values, but this is too close. I don't want to be getting this close. I'm gonna have to check on this. There's actually way more damage coming into this guy than I would have expected. Like, there's a lot over there. Before we deal with this section, we're probably going to have to deal with this section over here, I think. You're still fine, right? Yeah, this one's still fine. We didn't get close enough to aggro. So, we could try the swapper and see if the swapper... I mean, the swapper, at the very least, will give us a free enemy to kill that won't, like, put one of the other soldiers at risk. So every time we're like fighting the swapper, we're gonna kill something, right? Ooh, it's paralyzed.
No problem. No problem.
Let's take it.
Indeed, 9v1. Very fair fight. Okay, we took that out. We got some gauntlets. We might as well check them, right? Just to think, we could have gotten legendary gauntlets after all that, you know? It could be legendary. The gambler's fallacy would tell you it's not possible, but the gambler's fallacy is a fallacy. Man, there was this like uncle who used to come by the gas station, and we sold lottery tickets at the gas station, and the absolute like numerology madness that went into his decision making for like what numbers to pick and stuff like that. Like when he was doing like scratch offs and stuff like that, it sounded like way more reasonable, because it's like you could easily see a world where on a production level, like they kind of are legally required to have a certain number of winners, in the sense of like it's, but not on a level that's relevant to an individual, but like on a level that is like like structurally there are a finite number of these that have been made, and some of them are winners, right? Like they were made. It's not a die roll, right? So some of the stuff that he would say with that kind of stuff, like bordered on something that sounds reasonable.